Alright, off into the first match. Rocky Canyon. Let's see how this goes. Probably going to result in my death. Probably. Primarily because, well, let's put it like this. M120 can go from here to about here. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason that it should go that far. I mean, I could fire. I only have 2 of the things, but I could technically fire them like that and potentially hit somebody with it. What the hell? What is that? Anybody else see that? Anybody else saw what was happening right there? Why would it do that? Come on. There we go. Woo! Alrighty. I'm fairly certain the fight's going to happen over here, but I'm going to stick with this other F18C if I can. Something tells me that he is going to be important in about 30 seconds. I'll stick with my other F18 friends. Oh, caps lock. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Why do you think we would have gotten the Super Hornet to begin with? Okay, I got a white tracer over here. I doubt they're gonna add the F18G as a, I don't think they'd add the Growler as a, an event. Oh, maybe the Growler, but not like not the Super Hornet. There's a lot more going on with the Super Hornet than these people realize. There's a lot to the Super Hornet that makes it a little more, little less something that should just be thrown around. Radar target times 1. That's Sierra. Let's do it like this. Probably be a little safer. Ooh, hey SU-30. Okay, switching to manual. Splash 1. Ah, missed him. I didn't have the right missile loaded to kill him either. That's going to be how it goes for most matches, though, to be perfectly honest. You're gonna have a lot of these matches where it just kind of doesn't work out for you and it all just goes to shit. But we're going to do this for a whole hour. We're going to get a whole hour worth of matches in on this video, and I'm going to take a scrap of a previous video and put it at the end for everything. I was making this video before, but let's put it like this. The matches were not good. The matches were very not good. Getting hit by missiles like instantaneously right off spawn in less than like 3 seconds doesn't make for good viewing. So we're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna see how many matches I can cram into here for an hour of footage, and we're gonna go for it. Hey guys, look, it's Egypt. We got Egypt. Actually, you know what? How's it handle if I was to do something like this? How much of a nightmare is it gonna be for me if I did this? Like, is this gonna be something I regret, or is this a great idea? Huh. That's interesting. The throttle selection isn't quite doing what I would have expected. There we go. That's close enough to economy. Gears up. That guy just killed himself. Good job. Keyword, altitude. Well, I did say it. There's a reason I'm not making a video on that aircraft. And it has everything to do with players doing that. That thing is going to be so bad for Russia's win rate, it's not even funny. Like, you tried to do a, you tried to do a Cobra at ultra low altitude. I guarantee you're on a full tank. That ain't how this works, buddy. I don't think you understand. That ain't how this works. See how bad my fuel consumption actually is. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty mean, do a flip. Somebody should blast that guy for even suggesting that. Like, dude's being dumb to begin with. Sadly, I died, but I lived. So, first impressions of the aircraft. Yes. Me thinks it's fun. It's a fun aircraft. It's definitely something I wish I had footage of the matches I was getting for last night. I was getting a lot better matches, but, I definitely think that, it's definitely an aircraft of all time. It is definitely an aircraft of all time.
Roll left, pull up, over G, roll left.
That's my evasion. We're gonna call that missile evasion successful. Question mark.
Pull up. Lock.
Is it tracking? I'm gonna say that's tracking.
Left, roll left. Pull up. Lock. Pull up.
Come on, hit him. Splash one.
Pull up. Over G, pull up. Over G, left.
Oh boy.
Right engine.
Teammate, you need to get out of the way so I can get this off.
Right engine failure.
That's it. This aircraft's had it. If it didn't take out literally every control surface, I might would have been okay, but it just kind of took out everything, and that was it. Compared to its temporaries, I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of people are gonna get this aircraft, and I don't think that it's going to sit as well as people think. I have a very distinct feeling that this aircraft may be just a little overhyped. I like it. I think it's a great plane. I think there's a lot that needs to happen at top tier that has less to do with the plane. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go into a point that I've been meaning to make, and this is a point that's coming in another video that I haven't made yet. Still in the works. Top tier War Thunder players, and I'm going to catch flack for this. I better catch flack for this. I hope I do, because I know I'm right about this. Top tier War Thunder players need to stop focusing on getting kills, and they need to start being a little more supportive of each other. There, I said it. I will be the first, and I will not be the last to say it. Top tier War Thunder players are bad. I'm looking at you guys in the tanks. I'm sorry, but I'm not convinced that everybody is looking out like, just last match. I don't know if I can make it I don't know if I can make it replay that moment, but just last match there was a guy with a dude behind him and then an ally like near pretty close by. The first target I went for was the guy that was on the ally as opposed to the one that's behind the guy that's behind the ally. I feel like there's a major issue with teammates actually supporting each other the way they need to be. And this is partially the game's fault because it doesn't really reward you for covering a teammate whenever they've got an entire enemy team behind them. Yeah, I'm going to catch flack for that. I 100% am, but it's, to be frank, it's kind of true. A lot of the deaths in War Thunder are preventable. And I'm not talking just the top tier. It is not hard to prevent an ally from dying just by trying a little bit to defend him. I'm not expecting perfection, but for example, this drunken bunny guy, I'm going to follow him. I'm going to follow him and see if I can actually help him. Because if I can help him, hey, maybe, just maybe, he can help me. Now, here's the problem for me. I don't know if he's going to think the same. In fact, I don't think he even knows I'm here yet, which is fine. But it's the question of, okay, if I get somebody off of his tail, is he going to turn back and take the dogfight the way I've taken it off of him? I seriously need chaff on this thing. I've got to get chaff on this thing, and that's why I like this. I don't like whatever this instructor thing is that's doing all of that. There's a lot of missiles still coming in. How much want to bet one of those hits me? Close, but no shebang. It's dangerous to go alone. You should take one of these. Rep. Here's the other problem with the thing is not locking onto him at all. Completely refusing. Oh, that was bad. Can we get a lock on this guy? Maybe? Perhaps not. Alright, that's fine. I'm still flying. Don't ask how, but we are. Come and get it, buddy. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not cool. Hey, cease your heresy. Alright. One thing I will say that I have noticed, these aircraft are getting a lot tougher. I don't like that my radar is not locking these people properly at all. I'm not a fan of that in the slightest. I think we have a radar bug with this aircraft on the dev server. I'm having targets that are less than 2 kilometers away not get locked onto by the HMSPD. Which is kind of, that reads like a bug to me, I'm going to be honest. I don't particularly see a reason that it should be struggling to lock a target from less than 2 kilometers. I mean, come on. This plane can lock a target with its radar from less than 2 kilometers. You could do that with this, even. I don't think it's ground interference. Maybe there's something with the radar I don't know about. Head on, velocity search. I wonder if there's a PD version of the mode I'm using. Let's take a look at that. I think there might be a different mode that I'm not using that's part of my problem. I will say though, I'm very happy to see that the aircraft at least took a hit there. Like being able to take a hit like that is that's not easy. See? Okay. Tell you what, let's grab these countermeasures. And this. Grab that too. For those wondering why I didn't show the I'm thinking about it. I don't think I did not show all the bombs and stuff for this aircraft. The reason I did not show all the bombs and stuff for this aircraft is because I'm mainly concerned with people using these in Air RB. I'm not particularly. I don't particularly think much about necessarily like how something's going to be used. Okay, so that's HMSPD. Do we have any other modes? ACMPD. I almost wonder if ACMPD is going to be the better mode. You know what? Sod it. I'm gonna use the ACMPD. I'm gonna try it with the ACMPD. I think that the ACMPD is actually going to have better acquiring than the HMSPD, which is going to be insane because I'm pretty sure that's not how that's supposed to work, but we'll see. We'll see if that changes anything for us. Maybe it'll make things play out differently a little and help us somehow. I play a lot of Russian aircraft though, so I'm used to the HMSPD being the go-to, so to speak. So if it does work this way, it's going to be a little unusual for me, but I'll have to figure out why it's like this. This is fine. Sorry, it's been a while since I uploaded. I've been meaning to upload, but I just haven't had the, I get home from work and I'm just like, I'm just kind of dead at that point. And it just kind of sort of doesn't do anything. I just kind of pass, I get home, I sit down, I maybe play one match of War Thunder, and then I pass out. It's a bit of an exaggeration. I play more War Thunder than just, oh, come on. Oh, we got somebody. Now let's see if we can get something off here. It's a lock, but it's not a firing solution.
Lock.
Come on, baby.
Pull up. Over G. Over G. Pull up.
Oh, we're about to have trouble here, aren't we?
Pull up. Over G.
Oh, are you serious? Alright, you can eat this. No? No sign of my missile? Alright. Well, it's not like I'm going to... So, one of the other things about that aircraft, it's important to understand, with the Su-30, you can just turn on the Cobra switch, and it just kinda... You can just basically full 180 the aircraft and fire a missile behind you, and then just be flying the opposite direction you were just flying, so... It's kind of impossible to hit. I think they're going to have to do something about this, because 14.0, maybe 13.7. I don't think it's going to be... I think they're going to end up finding that this aircraft is a little bit under the weather versus the other one. I don't want to complain about it too much, because I know the aircraft is good. It doesn't help that I don't have countermeasures, like, at all, but let's be honest. We're at 14.0. This is a standard tier for Fox Freeze. You would think that chaff would be stock at that point. I think chaff, maybe we should consider chaff being stock at that point, because it's just a little ridiculous that it's not. And then sometimes the radar just does not want to work, like, at all. Let's see if I can lock this guy. I mean, see? Lock that guy. That guy's behind me. Buddy, you're not an SU. That guy thinks he's an SU, though. Guys, it's not hard. Jesus Christ, you gotta be kidding me. Everybody's killing themselves. Like, what are y'all doing? Pretty aircraft, I'll give her credit. I like the plane. It's a very pretty aircraft. I want to see more of it. But I also kind of feel like Fox Freeze, well, I want fights that are more... I don't want to be... I want a missile... Okay, here's my thing. We either need a missile that can hit targets from way over there. I either need to be able to hit the target from way over there, or I need a missile that's going to let me... Like that. You see, I need a missile that'll allow me to fire from low out to hit that guy. That's where I'm at right now. I need something like that. Let's see what I can do about this, though. Actually, that's way there. Okay. Ah, good. We got the 82 FPS. I was worried my FPS counter was a little low. I was looking at some things earlier, and it just didn't... It wasn't quite where I needed it to be, so... Excellent. Whatever I've changed has fixed the problem. Turn down the settings by just a smidge. Ooh, hello, friend. On now. Don't be shy. Nobody likes shy people. I like shy people, but none of the other people. I mean, you see what I mean, right? That F-15 sure didn't have a problem acquiring them. I sure am, though. I don't seem to be able to get a lock period against a sky background, so let's see if I can maybe TWS this guy into submission.
Overachieve.
I'd love something to do here, but
Overachieve.
there we go.
Lock.
Whee! Why is it sexually attracted to the ally? Couldn't lock the enemy if I wanted to. Did I hit him? Pretty sure I just hit the enemy. Did I hit the one I wanted? Why was the indicator so off? That indicator was off by like 3 miles. Yeah, that was him. Alright. Let's see what we can do about this. Uh-oh. Oh, hi. We need to get out of here. I'm also willing to say this. I'm like 900% certain that the enemy is in fact trying to kill us. So, before anyone gets any crazy ideas that the enemy isn't, that guy sent. No, you're not the one. Who's this? I want to know about this guy in front of me here, you know? Guard might get nervous.
Lock.
A man comes with his weapon drawn.
Altitude. Overachieve. Overachieve.
That guy's getting spooked.
Lock. Lock. Overachieve. Pull up.
Damn!
Engine vibration.
Just got him. Nice little shot of the aircraft without a wing. Actually, assuming it had its aileron control, that might would have been recoverable if it wasn't in a flat spin. Well, I'm happy to report the aircraft might can take some hits, kinda ish. It really depends on where the enemy's missile actually goes off compared to you. Hey, let's do the processing operations dance. Anyway, it appears that it depends whether or not the enemy missile actually kills you immediately is going to depend very much on where that missile actually hits you. Big surprise there. Excellent. Thanks, Warfunder. Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm still on the edge of this. I've got another 30 minutes in this video before I have to make a decision on it. But as far as I can tell, I don't think it's bad, but I'm also not convinced that it's great. I don't think it's bad, but I'm not convinced that it's great. It's definitely an aircraft. It's definitely a jet fighter that gets the job done to some degree. I'm a little bit iffy on how much do I want to carry? 30-30, I guess. That's another thing that I'm not crazy about. I kind of want to see one with more countermeasures. Did the Tomcat B teach us nothing? I'm gonna guess that America did not learn much from the Tomcat B. It's up. Let's go. See, it was really easy to acquire that guy. It was easy to acquire him that time. I don't know. I think there's something going on with the radar there. I'm not entirely sure. But I think there's something going on with the radar for this aircraft, and I hope that... I think this aircraft will be great if that gets fixed. It seems like there's a little bit of an inconsistency with the radar. You guys can't hear the music that I've got playing because I've figured out a way of playing using OBS and not having it pick up my music from Opera. It's great. I can have all the music I want and no one will ever hear it. I'm gonna change songs though. It's time to do something here to change this song because listening to the same song on loop for a year, for hours and hours on end is well, you kind of lose it after a minute. I will say though, there's a hint in this video for an upcoming Let's Play. But before anyone asks, things are turning red. That is your hint. Let's see what we can do about the enemy. Su-34 hostile times 1. I feel like I should be locking him. Oh, there's him. There's one. Did I just lock onto a ground unit? What was that about? Fox 2. That's Fox 1. Fox 1. Target distress. He's going down. Seriously doubt he recovers that. I saw a guy over here. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I've got a future video coming out about the SU series aircraft, specifically the SU. Oh fuck! Here we go with this bug again, where I'm not able to acquire. Fine, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Eat this. Sometimes you need just a little more gun. Anyway, as I was saying, future video coming out. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to teach people about a mistake they're making with the SU-30, with the SU-27, the SU-27SM, and they're probably going to make the same mistake with the SU-30. And that mistake, well, I won't spoil it. I'll keep it a secret because it's a tactic that I use and abuse a lot in order to get an edge in a fight. And it is entirely game mechanics wise. Understanding basic flight mechanics and understanding what makes aircraft turn better and how to improve their rate without changing anything on the aircraft. If you follow that tutorial, you will see at least a 10%, maybe even higher, probably more like 60% to be perfectly. Server, go away. Get out of here with the server error, bro. That's a ooh, wow. That's actually quite a bit. We might be able to get most of the modifications here. Yeah, we can get most of the flight performance mods. That'll be good. Yeah, I think the longer I play it, the better I'm getting with it. But let's make a quick adjustment to this aircraft lineup. As much as I like the AIM 7Ps, I think I do better with the AIM 7. I think I do better with the AIM 120s under my wings. Oh yeah. This is where the fun begins. All right, Gaijin, I do have a suggestion. I have an idea for something I saw on the unofficial War Thunder community. If you haven't seen it, there's a clip of this. I want to say it was a. God, what was it? It was a Raphael that was turn fighting somebody, and it just turns and fires everything in the same volley, and it was hilarious. I would love to take this plane and launch all 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2. I would love to just be allowed to launch all of these missiles at the same time. All 10 of them all at the same target would be absolutely hilarious. Could you imagine? You're just cruising along, you're turn fighting somebody, and all of a sudden you just see this whoosh, and there's like 10 missiles on you all of a sudden. Oh, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we're going to keep going. I'll probably call this this video the preliminary for the F18 stock to spaded, except for I kind of started without it being stock. I had the booster and the G-force tolerance, and then one of the missile mods that I didn't actually use. I could definitely say it feels more confident the more modifications I get on this thing. The more modifications I put on it, the more comfortable it feels in the sky. Uh-oh. That on me or somebody else? Let's not find out. That was on me. Alright. Let's avoid that. Not let that happen again. Anybody want some juice? That guy doesn't see it coming. Oh, that's gonna be so sad. Yep. Did not see it coming at all. Yeah, if you ever get a radar lock, you need to, if somebody's ever locking you, you need to evade immediately. Because radar locks in this tier are no joke. Like, if you get a radar lock, somebody is actively trying to kill you, bro. I don't know how else to say it, but that's the truth. Oh, I flew right into that tree. Oh, well, that's fine.
Over G.
Hey, buddy, you should eat this.
Critical speed. Lock. Critical speed. Warning. Engine fire.
Yeah, I can see that. That's kind of a lot of engine fires. Well then, that was unnecessary, don't you think, buddy? That might actually hit your friend even, because of how close it was. How much I want to bet that actually shot his friend down? No, but it was close. Yeah, I shouldn't have crossed that ridge at all. I should have just turned around it. We got 20 minutes to go on this footage. Let's keep going. Can't wait for this. This is gonna be this is a great time, man. I like the F-18. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I think I'm starting to form my final thoughts here on the aircraft. We'll go over that at the T-minus 10-minute mark, though, because I want to enjoy this a little bit more, just to leave you, because I am kind of spoiling myself on this. I think my final thoughts are starting to form on this aircraft and how I'm feeling about it.
Attention to the map! Attention to the map! Affirmative. Never! No! Excuse me.
Man, there's this song about a restaurant, Chinese restaurant. If you know the song, you may know it, but
Pull up.
you could totally live a long life.
Over G.
Uh,
Over G.
but you've never lived if you haven't been to the this restaurant. I kind of want to go check out this Chinese restaurant now, but I'm pretty sure it's like across the country. So somebody's using Raphael.
Over G.
I don't think I want to find out what that looks like for me. Something tells me I shouldn't figure out what that looks like for me. Could be a gunfight, but
Attention to the designated grid square.
Roll right.
could definitely be an interesting gunfight.
Attention to the designated grid square. Attention to
Running the economy burner.
zone. No. Attention to the designated grid zone.
Well, that's a pleasant thing.
Pull up.
Yeah, as if I'm not gonna see the multiple jets flying at super altitude.
Pull up.
The problem with it is when we start getting shit like the Mako, well, I'm just gonna be down here launching on you, and you're just gonna die if you're up there. So maybe consider not doing that. Bad habits die hard a lot later than otherwise.
Lock.
See if I can actually get this guy.
Lock.
I'll fire one at him. Fire one at you too. Just for keepsake.
Over G. Pull up.
Here, you should eat this. It's dangerous to go alone. Eat that.
Over G. Pull up. Over G. Over G. Roll right. Pull up. Over G. Over G.
Oh, I don't want to lock the ally.
Pull up.
Where's this enemy missile I'm getting on the radar? That was almost close.
Left. Lock.
That's what I'm talking about. Missiles that don't want to lock quite right, you know?
Over G. Lock.
not doing good with these missiles at all, but that's fine. Past a certain point, you kind of just slap the guy. There you go. Should have been popping more countermeasures there. I wasn't popping nearly enough. That's fine. I'm playing for the fun of it, and I'm starting to see my 2 kills come out. 2 to 3 kills a match come out, so I'm gonna say it. I think this is going well, suddenly. You know what? I think instead of editing the footage down, I'm just gonna redo the review part of it at the 10-minute mark. So we'll do one more game, and then we will cycle back to the review part of the video, and we'll go over our ordnance and stuff. And I'll make some corrections in accordance to some of the things I'm thinking about that I didn't say earlier. So one more match. Let's see how it goes. If I could ever keep these things on my desk, that would help me a lot. But yeah, stock to spaded. How am I feeling? We've almost got it spaded. I think the aircraft is feeling very confident suddenly. In the beginning, when I was just at G-Suit and the boosters, the aircraft didn't feel quite as comfortable. But after getting chaff and starting to see these mods, I think the aircraft is starting to feel a lot more in its natural habitat, basically. I think the aircraft is feeling a lot more comfortable in its own skin, so to speak. And I think it's definitely, I think the aircraft is definitely starting to feel like it should, and more, it's becoming more responsive. It wants to do things, which is kind of indicative of like all of the other aircraft in this tier. It's a very fair assessment. Like the F-15A, for example, not spaded. That thing's maneuverability is it is an absolute school bus unless you're at low speed, and it gets a little better the more modifications you get. So, like everything else in War Thunder so far, the aircraft is proving to be pretty. It's a bad stock grind, but it's improving as you get more and more modifications and things working for it. I'm quite enjoying it though. I think the aircraft is going. I don't know how the aircraft is going to do. I think that they're going to have. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to add this. I think it's going to be an aircraft that a lot of people have trouble with. I think this thing is absolutely going to tank the U.S. win rate more than it already is. In regards to high tier battles, like people are not going to know what they're doing with this thing for the first couple of weeks. They're not going to know what's happening. They're not going to. They're going to struggle with this aircraft. But big but here, huge but. Here's the thing. When they get the modifications, and once they figure out how to play this thing the way I'm kind of figuring it out as I go here, I think the aircraft performance is going to increase substantially. You're going to see a climb that goes a little bit slowly, and then it just goes straight up when it comes to the skill level. And eventually you'll see like it'll go straight line and it'll level off, but it'll always be going up a little bit. And every single War Thunder player that gets this thing is going to be somewheres on that chart. They'll be somewheres on the chart. I don't know exactly how that's going to play out, but I think a lot of your premium players for the F-18 are not going to be very good, and I think we're going to have another XM1 situation with that jet, if I'm being honest. It is, however, Somewhat tempted. What? That dude just shot down an AIM 120 with an R77-1. Bro, Doc just hard countered one of our guys' missiles. I love that we're actually getting some decent fights here, though. I will say, like, you don't always get good matches like good like consistently filled enemy teams. Hey, buddy, you might want to watch out. Hey, bro, watch your jet. Bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet. We'll give him a parting gift. Where's that? Up behind me? Oh, hey. Hey, buddy. You need to not. Oh, he hit me there. Oh, he got my ass. Did he shoot himself down? Damn, I thought he got himself there. That would have been hilarious. Ah, man. Should have retracted the air brake. That was my fault. Anyway, we're at the 9-minute marker here. I'm going to have to start slowing down here. But, so far, here's what I'm thinking. The aircraft itself feels very comfortable at higher tiers. Once you get the modifications, it starts feeling a lot more like a jet and less of a boat. So here's what we're going to go through. We're going to go through all the different variants of the F-18. So, the slowest, and arguably the weakest, is the F-18A. This is going before the Tomcats and after the F-4J at Tier 8. You're gonna be working with AIM-7M and AIM-9L, as well as the AIM-7F. You're going to end up with about 7 of these missiles by the end of things. You're also going to get your typical variation of bombs, all of the Zunis and the good stuff, and a couple of these guys. I'm pretty sure these are walleyes. These are guided bombs. So you'll get your walleyes and all that sort. I think it'll be a good. Okay, this is the slowest and least turning version of it. Stepping one step up, slightly faster, we get the premium, the F18C early. This is the early version of the F18A, the F18C. You're going to have a wide variety of ground strike ordnance. Quite a few different preset loads. Quite a few interesting ones as well, I will say. You're going to have all your guided bombs and stuff, but you're going to be mostly working with AIM-7P, which is the new missile we demonstrated earlier on in the video before I got the M120 mod. 25 G-force tolerance, 100 kilometer launch range, and an effective launch range of about 10 to 20 kilometers. AIM-9Ls, you know the just behind those. Good luck hitting somebody with it. Finally, the FA-18 late, the FA-18C late, which is the one we've been running, with 10 AIM-120Bs and 2 AIM-9Ms. You're going to be working mostly with the AIM-7, I want to say it's the P, the new AIM-7P. That's going to be your primary missile for the most part. Other than that, you're probably going to end up seeing a lot of just kind of dealing with, get out of here. You're mostly going to be using that, and you're mostly going to be fighting with your ground ordnance, all of your very typical stuff. A lot of guided ordnance on this thing. So that's pretty much it, to be honest. There's only one other variation of the aircraft. The next final view of this. So you've got your A goes after the J, your Tomcats have been folded, and your FA-18C late goes after the folded Tomcats. Then your premium is under the F-20A. The final version is an air supremacy variant. There are no ground strike units There's no means of ground strike with this aircraft. It is just an F18C with your AIM-120Bs and your AIM-9Ms. You also have the option of loading AIM-9Ls. I'm not sure why you would do that to yourself. They may decide to add more, but this is the FA-18 as of the first dev server. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Cerador out.